Did you know you can visit a real castle in California? Tucked away in the Central Coast is Hearst Castle. Built by publishing giant William Randolph Hearst and designed by architect Julia Morgan, it was originally imagined as a modest retreat. However, those plans quickly grew into something far more ambitious, a 165-room estate surrounded by 127 acres of gardens, terraces, and grand pools. To explore the castle, you'll need to book one of the guided tours, since self-guided visits aren't allowed. There are a few options. The upstairs suites tour gives a look into Hearst's private quarters, including libraries and bedrooms. The cottages and kitchens tour takes you behind the scenes to guest houses, kitchen, and wine cellar. For first-time visitors, the Grand Rooms tour is the most popular choice. It focuses on the main spaces where Hearst entertained his guests, and it's also the one that I took. My visit began at the visitor center. There's a gift shop, a small exhibit area, and a theater showing Building the Dream, a short film that gives you the backstory on Hearst, Julia Morgan, and the decades-long construction process, 28 years to be exact. After checking in, I boarded the shuttle that winds up the hill. The ride takes about 15 minutes, and it really builds the anticipation with a recorded narration from past Jeopardy host Alex Trebek. As we climbed, the coastline stretched out behind us. And then there it was, the castle perched dramatically on the ridge. The first stop on the tour was the Neptune pool, and it's just as beautiful as the photos you'll find everywhere online. Surrounded by white marble columns and statues, the shimmering blue water looks like it could belong in ancient Rome. This was actually the third version of the pool Hearst had built. He kept redesigning it to match his vision. The pool is just over 104 feet long, holds over 345,000 gallons of water, and has been featured in everything from music videos to classic Hollywood films. From there, we walked along the terraces. In May, the garden was in full bloom. Flowers spilled over stone railings, the ocean breeze was warm, and the entire hillside was bursting with color. After passing two fountains, we reached the main entrance. The doorway is grand, decorated with carved stonework that combines Gothic and Mediterranean styles. Back in the 1930s, the castle welcomed Hollywood stars and political figures through this entrance, Charlie Chaplin, Winston Churchill, and Greta Garbo among them. Inside, the first stop was the assembly room, essentially the castle's living room. The space is enormous with antique furniture, massive fireplaces, and a hand-carved wooden ceiling imported from Spain. This is where Hearst's guests would gather before dinner, and it was clearly designed to leave an impression. Next came the refectory, or dining hall. A long wooden table ran down the middle, under colorful banners and tall stained glass windows. Despite the grandeur, Hearst always insisted on having ketchup and mustard on the table. The billiard room was more intimate, with shelves of classics and painted tiles lining the walls. Just beyond that was the theater, Hearst's own private movie screening room with velvet seats and gold trim. He often showed early Hollywood films here, sometimes ones he helped produce. Back outside, we passed the tennis courts and ended the tour at the Roman pool. It's indoors and fully lined with small blue and gold mosaic tiles, some infused with real gold leaf. The design was inspired by the ancient baths of Caracalla, with patterns drawn from ancient mausoleums in Ravenna, Italy. Marble statues of Roman gods and heroes surround the space, and the stillness of the water makes the entire room feel like it's suspended in time. The Grand Room tour lasted around 70 minutes, but it really flew by. Hearst Castle isn't just grandiose, it's thoughtfully designed, detailed, and unapologetically extravagant. The castle is visually overwhelming, and that's exactly what makes it so unforgettable. If you're planning a visit here are a few quick tips. Book your tickets in advance. I actually learned this the hard way, not wanting to pay for the fees associated with the online ticket, but it was gone when I went to purchase it in person. Spring and fall are the busiest seasons, and tours can fill up quickly. Be sure to arrive at least 20 minutes early so you have time to check in and catch your shuttle. Dress in layers as it can be windy, and make sure you wear comfortable walking shoes as you'll be on your feet most of the time. Thank you so much for watching my walkthrough of the Grand Rooms tour at Hearst Castle. If you enjoyed the video, I hope you'll consider subscribing to The Hungry Curator, where I find fun things to do around the Bay and beyond. Catch you next time.